All right. Let's make a heart. Just a heart. A bigger heart out of Fatwood. I'm going to cut this down some so I can get a little chunk out of it. It's pretty heavy. This is pretty heavy stuff right here. It's very solid. But we're going to cut a section off of it. I'll probably have to... What I'll do is just cut a little section off of here. If I can get it to stand up. There. Right in there. Yeah, I abused my knife. I lost my handle. I've knocked the crap out of it. Look at that. You see how dark that is? See, I told you, it's very, very heavy. It is packed full. It is just like it was compressed or something in a vise or something and just pushed together, and it just formed, and it's just, you know, every where it would have been open areas or pores in the wood, they're gone. It filled it up, so it's really nice wood. So I'm gonna go ahead, cut a section off of here. This is, how would you say, this is not the root, but it's like, okay, if you have a diseased area in a pine tree on the side of the trunk of the tree, and it's, you know, like bugs are eating on it, and there's a little area where it's indentation and stuff, that to me is like what that was or something. But it is beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. This right here lights your fire. Woohoo! Okay, I'll be back. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the yellows, oranges. It's not real, well, there's slight red here and there, but that's beautiful Fatwood right there. I could turn one sideways like this instead of this piece right at the moment. Yeah. Man, that's beautiful stuff. Fatwood never ceases to amaze me. I'm just so fascinated with it. I remember when I first started collecting Fatwood, and I was looking for videos on how to collect it, and I just didn't know how to look for it. I thought you had to climb up the pine trees and get some knots and stuff like that off the tree. And I did. I mean, I climbed up my pine tree. I got a big old tall ladder, and I started climbing pine trees. I was desperate to get some Fatwood. And then I found out it would be a lot easier way. One of the most, it's the most practical way. And, well, I was watching David West, and he had the most common sense. He was going out in woods in his backyard, and he just picked up some off the ground. It's like, how do you find that? So I just watched and learned, and I did watch other videos, you know. I watched Lisa Shell and stuff like that. I mean, she's on up there with, you know, people trying to learn about Fatwood and stuff. She's got a lot of knowledge, and she's got a lot of great videos and beautiful Fatwood. So anyway, but David West, it just sparked, how would you say, it just, the light bulb came on, okay? I was like, oh, okay. He just had a simple video of how he found it and all. And I'm like, I can do that too. So let me look for it. You know, once you have the knowledge and understand about what it is, how it forms, you know, what to look for, how to look for it, you can find it all over the floor of the forest or the woods or whatever you want to call it. And so I started finding it, and once you start finding it, it's like it's everywhere. It's like, oh my goodness, I missed all this. I was sitting here climbing up pine trees, you know, putting my life in danger, because it's dangerous to get all up in the tree cutting down limbs. But anyway, fortunately, nothing happened to me. And anyway, so that's how I started collecting it. So, you know, I think about that every so often. So, anyway. This stuff is so hard to cut through. And it's so freaking sticky. I already have stickiness on my fingers. Sticky, sticky fingers. There's a piece that's more red. Beautiful stuff. Oh gosh, it smells so good. If I could bottle it up if I could bottle up as perfume in a bottle, I would. That's good stuff right there. I think Shalisa Shell tried to do that one time. And make an incense or something. It wasn't perfume, but it was incense or something. She was trying to make smell of. Oh, that stuff is so hard to cut. Of course, my blade's probably dull too. That sticky stuff. It's like gooey. It's gooey sticky. See? I can put it together. It's slightly like bubble gum, actually. Not quite. It's a little bit powdery, but it's a little bit like gummy substance. That's some awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Awesome sauce. I'm gonna put that all in the fire pit and burn it, huh? You know, I haven't done a burn in a while. You want to do burn? Let's do burn. Why not? That would be fun. I hadn't done this in so long. I'm pretty rusty. I'm pretty sure. I couldn't get it straight because I don't know how to strike anymore. Look at there. It lit on up once I struck it properly. It just lights on up. That's some beautiful stuff. Let's get this out of the way. Beautiful stuff. Look at that handle. I left it undone like that. Somebody said, or a few people have said, you know, when you find knots like this or wood like this, it's called dragon's tail. So I left it like that, and I put a ferrocerium rod in there. And it's so dark. Look at that. Look, it's so freaking dark. Wow, some beautiful stuff right there. Beautiful stuff. Wood is some fun stuff. Wood is really awesome stuff. The only thing I hate is that the price has gone up so much. So freaking expensive. Just ridiculous. Some of these prices need to come down. They need to come down. Get this in here. All right, that little bitty piece wants to stay lit. Let's put it in the pit. Lit pit. Pit lit. Lit in the pit. Make sure that's kind of out. We don't need the whole stump catching on fire. That would be a serious problem. That would be a bonfire of all the years that I've ever done. I know there are huge bonfires people have, but beautiful stuff. Okay, I'll be back. All right, I have it on the chuck. I'm going to rough it out. And we want to make a beautiful heart out of Fatwood. The heart of Fatwood. I saw, I think I vaguely remember one of my videos a while back, probably a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, or when I was doing a lot of Fatwood videos. Anyway, this one man had a standing heart of Fatwood in his yard, and he had brought it home. I think he used to hunt. He was in the woods and he found it and he took it home, and then he poured some concrete at the and mounted it on the concrete. So the concrete dried and is at his front door outside, and it just standing there like a statue, and it's just beautiful stuff, and it's the heart of Fatwood. When all the pine tree rots and the bugs get to it and eat it and all that stuff, and all the resins drain down to the center, that's the heart of the pine tree, the blood flow. That's the heart of Fatwood right there. That's all that's left is the resins that are collected in that one area. And so when you find a big long piece like that, I mean, it's a prize. It's a very big prize. I believe a lot of this is the heart of Fatwood, because I've found a lot of logs on the ground that have rotted away, and they're just sitting there. And I found some standing there, and it had fences going through it, barbed wire and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, no telling how old that is. You ever thought about when you're hunting for Fatwood and you find some, do you ever wonder, that was there with the Civil War? Maybe something was built around it that had something to do with the Civil War. We don't know. I mean, who knows? That's amazing stuff. That is very fascinating stuff to me. I found bullets in Fatwood in some of these pieces that I found, and most of them look like, more modern day bullets that people were probably shooting at a deer or something. They missed it and went into a tree, went into the pine tree, or they were practice target shooting or something. I don't know. Regardless of it, I think that's really fascinating. I have a cousin, a lot of my relatives on my mom's side that live in Mississippi, and my oldest brother lives in Mississippi too. And anyway, years ago, me and my cousin, he used to hunt a lot. He used to hunt deer and stuff. And anyway, he carried me out in the woods and just really interesting stuff. And he carried me in a patch of woods one day, and there was like 3 or 4 tombstones. And they were just old, and they were in the middle of the woods. I'm like, what in the world? This is weird. So you never know what you're going to find out there, When we lived in the Panama Canal Zone, the Army troops and all used to do a lot of training down there in the jungles. And it's jungle down there. It's not woods, it's jungle. And my brothers and all, they would find bullets and belts and bullet ammo boxes and all, what are they called, MREs and stuff like that. It's just really fascinating, interesting stuff. So I don't even know I got on subject. It's just the Fatwood always reminds me of stuff like that because of what I've found and saw. Okay, we're going to go ahead and rough it out. and then we'll be back and start wood turning it. Wow, some beautiful stuff. Gosh, that's so good. Oh my goodness. I hadn't seen this in a while. I hadn't worked with Fatwood in a while. In fact, I used to work with Fatwood only. And then I had Nathan, and then I think it was Steve's. No, who was it? Nathan and somebody else. Anyway, regardless, I can't remember everything. I apologize. That I said, well, you ought to turn some other wood, and so if it wasn't for them, it could have been a while longer before I took off trying to turn something else. Beautiful stuff. This stuff is gonna be lighting up. Gosh, that's so beautiful. I'll show you. It's just so dark and waxy looking. Can you see it? It's just waxy looking and just so, oh gosh, it's luscious like a piece of candy. That right there is, oh my gosh. When I think about it, they're shaped like two eggs joined together on the back side. On the shape of an egg. That's a lot nicer than last time. Gee, I can't believe I thought that. Woo, I got a dirty mind, I think. That's bad. I need to go wash it out. I'll just shape it down later, those areas. So it should have been like this and not like this. So I can figure it. And that's okay. I think we can still pull it off just fine. All I need to do is make sure I have the correct angle. Yes. I'll have to shape it down here. We got it. We got it. See? Even though I messed up initially, I figured out. Isn't that great? That's beautiful. Oh, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's see what we need to do here. It's got to be leveled off on the inside. Let me go ahead and do that first. I'll be right back. Isn't that so cool? Now I'll smooth it out. We'll get it. We'll work on it a little bit and get it smoothed out here. I want to slope it down a little more up here at the top. I wonder. Let me clean it with some alcohol. That right there helps tremendously, and they stick together fast. Get rid of all them oils that are slippery on the surface. Alright, I gotta make sure I line this up before I get sticking together. Let's do this number real quick. Oh, I don't want it sticking like that. I think that's the best I'm gonna do. I'll smooth it out with Dremel in this area. That's what I did with my first heart for that ornament, and it blended it in real good. Now, the bigger they are, the larger they are, I'm sure it's harder to do. So, there's something on the video camera. I'm so sorry about that. I just looked down at it, and I'm like, oh, there's something on my screen here. That's what happens when you work with Fatwood. It get all over the place. It's such a mess. That's the bad thing about wood turning, is it can make a mess everywhere. That's beautiful. Let's smooth it out some here. I'll be back. I'm just going to smooth it out with Dremel some. See if I can't get it blended in. Welcome back, everyone. I have it finished. It's ever so slightly tacky. I think it turned out really wonderful. I never thought I could would turn a heart. I mean, I think that's awesome. This is more like a charm or something you can hang up in your rear view mirror in your car or something. I think that would be wonderful for all you Fatwood lovers out there. Let me hold it like this. It doesn't want to sit 100% straight. Like it wants to turn sideways a little bit sometimes and stuff. I think the reason why is because it's a little tiny bit heavier on the right side than the left side. That's okay. Baby, I'm talking. Baby. So, anyway, I'm trying to ignore. I put an eye screw in here. And I got a gold chain. This is real gold. So it's just temporary until I buy some cheaper chain of some sort. That's all. I just wanted to finish the video up. But anyway, hold on a second. I've got to do something with my cat. She's distracting me. I apologize about that. She gets on her little rant sometimes, and she just not stop. It's just non-stop meowing, and I cannot talk. Anyway, I don't even remember where I was, but I'll just say that I never thought I could turn a heart, and it just turned out lovely. So I'll get another chain. I think that's where I was. I'll get another chain, just something cheaper or something. But I think that's wonderful for all you fat lovers out there. All you out there who love Fatwood, you can get a heart made and have it with you when you're riding around in your car all the time, hanging up in your rearview mirror. And I think that's fantastic. I'd love something like that. When I was first collecting, especially, if I saw something like this, I'd be like, man, I'd love something like that in my car. Now, I'm not selling it. I'm not trying to sell anything. I don't sell my stuff. I'm just saying what I would love, okay? So I'm not advertising or anything. I don't do that on my channel. I just want to let you know up front. You can ask any of my regulars. I don't sell any of my artwork. Anyway, I'm just saying I would love to have something like this. And, you know, at all times, and you smell it, and it still smells so good, like Fatwood. It's just beautiful stuff. So it's shaped like a heart. It's not a perfect point. It goes down, all the way down, where it's not flat, where it should be kind of smooth right there a little bit. But it's slightly a crack right there. So anyway, I think it formed out very well. We have the idea of the heart. This is a heart. This is for Valentines. You know, you can make something like this for somebody you know loves Fatwood and give them a heart. They would love that. I mean, most people love stuff like this, especially us ladies. We love stuff like this. Beautiful stuff. I mean, get it from your boyfriend or something. Hey. And you make her day. Make her smile. I hope y'all are doing well. I sure do. That's that big old bad angry storm out there has me a little bit concerned. Y'all be safe out there with the snow and the ice. This is a very extreme bad weather making cold front coming through, and there's a lot of people who are going to be crippled. A lot of people without electricity. So y'all try to stay warm, and all of you that you know, it's a good thing if you know alternative ways to stay warm and safe. That's the important thing. My dad always taught us safety. He was very adamant about safety. I mean, and also in saving like electricity and stuff like that. He would get on to us when we were kids about turning off our bedroom light and stuff like that all the time. It was annoying to me at the time. It really was. I mean, but when you're a kid, you don't understand everything. You're not paying the bills. So you don't understand. So to you, it seems like your father's being a little bit overbearing, mean, and rude or whatever. So anyway, I mean, I look back and I realized my dad, he was a smart man. He was not very sociable, though. He was not a very sociable person. My mom was very sociable. So I got in between the two. I'm not as sociable of a person as I used to be, that's for sure. You know, you got to be careful these days with people. You can develop friendships. And it's great when you find good, genuine friendships. Just like it is great finding good, genuine Fatwood. Anyway, how in the world I get on these subjects, I'll never know. So, anyway, you know, these days, especially, I mean, you can't trust a lot of people. They will jack you up. They will mess you up. And all these women, one thing I'll never understand, all these women that are insecure out there, you better get a life. Because I'm going to tell you something. You keep hopping from one man to another, and all they're doing is screwing you up. Get away. If you can't be happy with yourself, there's something wrong. If you can't be happy with yourself, you can't be content, what makes you think you're going to make somebody else happy? So, anyway, that's another story. That has nothing to do with Fatwood, does it? Well, it does in a sense, because Valentine's Day is coming up, and true love does not want to take from you. True love gives. And, you know, anyway, love always gives. Love always gives. And it's freely from your heart. So, you know, to make this heart for Valentine's Day, I think it's awesome. Awesome. And it's Fatwood. I love that even better. There's nothing better than Fatwood. Now, if I had some bloodwood, I would have made it out of bloodwood because it's red. This is not red, true red, and it has red in it. And some of it kind of faded out a little bit. There's the top part. Some beautiful stuff. Where's that flashlight? Hold on a second. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to shine on. You can see a little red right there, see, but it's hard to get it to shine. But there's the Fatwood, the red resin coming through, see. Sorry it's so bright in your eyes. Isn't that beautiful? Too bad it's not like that without the flashlight, huh? That would be fantastic. It'd be a glowing heart. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. I can't get it to shine like that. So, anyway, let me get this light turned back on. Let me turn on the stove light. Oh, that's not bright enough in here. Anyway, we do have it finished, and it turned out lovely. And I'm really pleased with it. It's just a fun... Whoop, there's something on there, a piece of hair. So it's just a fun, you know, charm or trinket or whatever you want to call it. You can hang wherever you want. You can hang it around your neck if you want to. That's a little bit bulky right there, though. But hey, you can have a Fatwood necklace heart if you want to. It's just amazing. Man, I never thought about wood turning something like that. But hey, there we go. We have something different. And I love that. I absolutely love that. So, anyway, y'all take care of yourselves. I hope y'all are smiling out there. Smile. Stay warm. Don't give up. Valentine's Day's coming. And I love you guys. I haven't said in a little while, so I better say it. Because you never know what's going on or what's happening to people or how this storm will be. So I know that, like, Ollie lives in Georgia somewhere. I think she's probably going to get some bad weather. I know that Shalita Shell, Dish Outdoors, and Steve's Woodworking. Steve and Susie's Homestead, I think it's called now. They all live up in Michigan. Jim, I think he says he lives in Virginia. So all y'all gonna get all that bad weather. So y'all be safe. Take care of yourselves. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful. All right, and I hope to see y'all. I hope that y'all never give up. Whatever's going on in your life, don't give up. I know it's hard. It's tough. It will hit you in the face like a brick. I mean, who wants to get back up after being hit in the face with a brick? It's hard. It's almost unbearable. But you know, you can't do it in one day. It takes time. So you do it slowly each day. So anyway, like I said before, I love you guys. And we'd turn another inside out ornament. This time I'll put something inside of it, like an acorn or a mushroom or something. Like I said before, I just want to reiterate the point again in case somebody doesn't know about what I said in the last video. So y'all take care of yourselves, and we will see you next time. All right. Bye-bye.